Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we sift through your source material, the articles, the research, all of it, and we pull out the most essential, fascinating, and useful nuggets just for you. Today, we are tackling something, well, something incredibly personal that you deal with every single morning, clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not talking about high fashion here, what's on the catwalk. Our deep dive today is into the world of casual, everyday dressing.
Right. It's all about why we choose what we wear.
Exactly. Why we choose comfort over style, the words we use to talk about our wardrobe, and that surprisingly emotional connection we have to our favorite stuff.
That's right. Our grounding source here, it comes from this really detailed conversational look at clothing habits. It gives us a real-world peek at how people shop, how they adjust for the seasons, and those specific terms they use.
Like go to or invest.
Exactly. The words that define how we actually talk about our clothes.
And our mission for you, the learner, is, well, it's essential. We want to synthesize all these insights and pull out the core truths.
So you can walk away understanding how your own clothing choices are actually a silent signal of your mood, your priorities.
And give you a practical toolkit for navigating this whole topic quickly and with, a lot more confidence. Okay, let's unpack this.
So we have to start where the source material started, which is with this immediate non-negotiable rule,
The ruling principle.
the ruling principle.
Okay.
And it's not style, it's not what it looks like. It is overwhelmingly comfort.
Absolutely. I mean, the universal consensus from every single anecdote we looked at
Yep.
is that if a piece of clothing isn't comfortable,
You won't wear it.
you just won't wear it. If it feels stiff or tight or just wrong,
Yeah.
it becomes a permanent resident of the back of the closet.
Right. And that means clothes are way more than just covering. They're like
Yeah.
a fundamental part of our psychological well-being.
That's such a good point. And what's fascinating is that comfort isn't just about soft fabric, is it? It's about signaling the state of mind you want to be in.
Yes. Look at the specific pieces that people talked about in the sources, the stuff they really love.
Okay, so there was that old, loose T-shirt. You're the one faded, maybe a little too big, but supremely soft.
Mm.
And the reason it's so beloved isn't about looks. It's because putting it on makes the person feel relaxed.
It's the signal.
It's the signal that the workday is over. Boundaries are set.
It is the ultimate stand-down uniform. We also heard about a blue hoodie described as light but still warm.
Oh, I love that. The perfect transitional piece.
Exactly. For those cool mornings or late evenings, it's just reliability. It's what you grab when you don't want to think.
Which, in our busy lives, is an incredibly valuable thing.
Totally. And then there was the long beige coat that makes the wearer feel calm, or the long, soft cotton skirt.
Oh, yeah, the skirt. That was amazing. It made the person feel free and peaceful and even confident.
Just from the way it moves. So this is deep insight. Clothing is so much more than just colors and styles. It's about how these pieces empower us or, give us emotional comfort.
Okay, so this probably a good place to bring in some foundational language. We've been talking about pieces of clothing, but let's define the difference between fashion and an outfit.
Good idea. These are key terms if you want to describe your personal style.
So fashion, that's the big picture. It's the style or the general way people dress. It can be about trends, colors, whatever.
Right. So you have casual fashion, that's your jeans, t-shirts, sneakers.
And then formal fashion, which is, suits, dresses, that sort of thing.
And then you have the outfit. And that's the specific, full look you put together at any one time. The top, the bottom, the shoes, the jacket, all of it together.
So going back to that comforting blue hoodie,
Mm-hmm.
the hoodie itself is one piece of clothing.
Mm-hmm.
But when you pair it with your favorite jeans and your go-to sneakers, boom,
Yeah,
that becomes the complete outfit. It's a really crucial distinction.
it is.
Okay, so now that we know fit and comfort are everything, the next big challenge is, well, how do you get these pieces?
Right. Which brings us to the great shopping divide that was so clear in the sources. It's this clash between convenience and certainty.
That is the tension, isn't it? Online shopping is, it's undeniably quick and easy.
Oh, for sure. You can shop anywhere, anytime. It's often cheaper, and you get to avoid the crowds. That's a huge upside.
But is it a false economy? Because the major downside is you can't feel the fabric.
You have no idea if it's scratchy or heavy or thin, and the sizing.
Sizing can be a total nightmare,
Okay.
which leads to the hassle of returns.
Precisely. That sizing issue creates what you could call a time tax. if the sleeves are too short or the pants are too long.
You're losing all that time you saved. You have to pack it up, send it back, wait for the refund.
It's so frustrating, and it completely cancels out that feeling of comfort we were trying to find in the first place.
That's exactly why in-store shopping is still preferred by so many people. They want to see the clothes, and more importantly, they want to touch them.
Is the cotton soft? Is the denim heavy enough? And they can check the size right there.
The critical action here is trying on. That phrase is everything.
Paramount. It means actually putting the clothes on in a fitting room, checking the fit, seeing how it moves.
Doing the little turn to the left, turn to the right.
The sit-down, stand-up test. It saves you so much money and stress because something might look great on the hanger.
But if it doesn't fit your actual body, it's useless.
Exactly. That ability to decide immediately eliminates the whole return headache. You get certainty right away.
So the insight is that the extra effort of actually going to a store is often worth it just to get rid of that uncertainty.
Yes. The investment of time up front saves so much stress down the line.
Okay, so moving past the checkout line,
Right.
our choices are then instantly dictated by other factors, mainly the weather and, the occasion.
Right. The source is really detailed those necessary cyclical shifts we all manage every year.
The seasons dictate function.
Totally. In summer, you absolutely need light, loose, breathable fabrics. Things that move air, like linen or light cotton.
And the color palette changes too, right? You see more light colors, whites, beiges, light green.
Which are literally cooler because they reflect sunlight. It makes you feel lighter in both temperature and mood.
Then in winter, the whole priority just flips. It's all about insulation and warmth.
And that requires a strategy of layering. You start with a base shirt, maybe add a sweater, and then a thick coat on top.
And you need long pants made of heavier fabrics like thick wool or denim to trap that heat.
And accessories become mission critical. Scarves, gloves, hats. They're not just for decoration anymore.
They're defenses.
They're necessary defenses against the cold. The sources also talked about the need for strong boots with a good grip, especially in rain or snow, to keep your feet dry and warm.
So the goal is always the same, just different tactics. Optimizing comfort based on the environment.
And optimizing comfort based on the event. The sources laid out the two poles of what you wear, formal and casual.
Right. Formal dressing is for special events, parties, nice dinners, weddings. You wear a beautiful dress or a nice suit.
But the reality that the sources highlight is the overwhelming dominance of casual clothes in our lives now.
Casual clothes win.
They win because they let you sit, walk, laugh, and eat comfortably. There are no constraints.
And that seems like a really powerful insight into modern life. Our lives are complex, they're busy. Your clothes need to support you, not restrict you.
It's not about being lazy, it's an optimization choice.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's dive into the language of aesthetics. So colors and patterns and the economic choices behind it all.
Let's do it.
So how aesthetics communicate. Some people, they prefer calm colors like navy, olive green, gray.
And the reason is simple. They're easy to match, which means less stress in the morning.
It's an efficiency choice.
It is. But then other people prefer more lively colors. Coral, deep blue, soft pink. And the choice there is less about ease and more about self-expression.
Right. So calm colors signal reliability, and vibrant colors project energy and personality.
Exactly. And the vocabulary for this stuff is great. A pattern is just a design that repeats, like dots or lines or flowers.
And if there's no pattern, it's plain. Just one simple color.
And then you get more specific. A checked pattern is made of small squares, and stripes are long, thin lines.
So patterns add personality or style, but plain colors are simple and clean. No risk of clashing.
Right. And that brings us to the economic choices, this idea of when to invest versus when to save.
This is where you can be really smart about your wardrobe.
You really can. Investing means spending more money, but on those crucial items that have to last for years and years. The infrastructure of your wardrobe.
The classic examples from the sources were a really warm winter coat.
Or high-quality, sturdy shoes, things that have to perform and protect you.
Right. You invest in performance and longevity and saving.
Right.
That's for the other stuff.
Right. Saving means choosing cheaper, more affordable options for everyday things you might go through quickly. Basic t-shirts, casual tops.
The consumables.
The consumables of your wardrobe, exactly. The lesson is to think about value over just the initial cost.
Because if you buy a cheap coat that only lasts one winter, you end up spending more money in the long run.
Which brings us to the value of old and cherished clothes. The sources talked about how old clothes feel like a second skin.
Because they've literally molded to your body, and they carry memories. That's real emotional comfort.
It is. And related to that is secondhand shopping. It's not just about saving money.
No, it was described as a treasure hunt.
A treasure hunt. To find unique items, to bring a new story to a piece of clothing that already has its own history.
Okay, so we've covered the fun parts. Choosing, wearing, shopping. Now for the necessary evil, laundry.
Yes. The inevitable consequence of owning clothes. And the sources were very honest about this.
Laundry is boring. It's a chore.
And folding is, and I quote, the worst job in the whole world.
I think many people would agree. And it starts with that crucial, slightly stressful step of separating clothes.
The whites go here, the colors go there, all to avoid turning that one expensive white shirt pink.
A classic disaster. Then you've got washing and drying. A dryer is quick, sure.
But hanging clothes outside gives them that fresh, clean smell, even if it takes forever and depends on the weather.
So it's a choice between speed and that specific outdoor scent.
And then folding. This is where most of us give up.
Because life is too short to stress over perfectly folded t-shirts, right?
So you just shove them in the drawer. It's a universal comfort quirk. It means you're prioritizing living over folding.
Speaking of quirks, I loved that little detail about someone always putting their socks on first at home.
Yeah, that small routine that just provides a little sense of order before you tackle the rest of the outfit.
Absolutely. Okay, so to make sure you can talk about all of this fluently, let's do a quick review of the Essential Learner's Vocabulary Toolkit.
These are the words you should definitely adopt to describe your own style and habits.
First up, favorite. This is the piece you love the most, your most reliable comfort item. Your favorite sweater, your favorite jeans.
Next, comfort. We've talked about this a lot. It's how good something feels. Soft, easy to move in, cozy, the #1 rule.
Third, secondhand, used by someone else before. A great way to find unique things that are already broken in and soft.
Fourth, go-to. This is your most reliable, most frequent choice. Your go-to shoes, your go-to jacket. It's what you grab when you don't want to think.
Fifth, invest. To spend your money wisely on those valuable, long-lasting things, like a sturdy coat or great boots.
And finally, weakness. Something you really, really like and just can't resist, even if you know you probably have enough.
It could be shoes, or maybe a weakness for new graphic t-shirts.
Those 6 words can really help you talk about your style, your habits, and all the choices you make when you get dressed.
Wow. This has been a really fascinating deep dive.
Yeah.
We've gone way beyond just fabric and trends to really decode the language of clothes.
We have. We talked about emotional connections, smart shopping strategies.
Right, minimizing that time tax. And just the simple language we use to define our personal style.
The big theme here is that our clothing choices are just a reflection of our priorities. We want reliability, comfort, and the freedom to just live our lives.
They're functional, yes, but they serve that deeper emotional and psychological need first. So what does this all mean?
It means that clothes aren't just fabric. I mean, they tell a story, they show your personality, and they fundamentally teach lessons about how you choose to live your life.
They signal your boundaries, what kind of day you're preparing for.
Exactly. Now, here is a final provocative thought for you to consider.
Okay.
If you could design your perfect, uninterrupted day, no work dress code, no weather getting in the way, what would that perfect outfit be from head to toe?
Oh, that's a great question.
And more importantly, why would that specific combination, whether it's super cozy or maybe something surprisingly fancy, why would that make you feel the most you? Think about what that ideal outfit signals about your deepest sense of comfort.